Chief of Police, Mr. Anurag Sharma, who in spite of his rather tight commitments and schedule, was able to rush and attend this event. We are, however, waiting for the Honourable Minister too, but I presume because of his political compulsions, we could see him shortly or perhaps later on in the evening. This particular program has been, like our mainstay for the past couple of years. The HLS, the Homeland Security, when it started in Israel, it started growing on towards different countries which face similar actions. We are not going to get drawn into geopolitical situations or politics at this point in time, but two very prominent features stand out today between the country of Israel and the country of India. Both are democratic nations, both have elections, both have bodies, both have politicians who run the governments and also extremely efficient forces to support them, be it the army in Israel, be it our police forces here in India. And of course, being a federal structure, when defense is of course a federal item, but at the same time states have got a policing onto their task. And we have seen in the recent past, several instances, most of the police people don't talk about it, but we are aware of some of the nuances. In very critical conditions also, we citizens don't get to see the damage which ought to have taken place because of timely action of our police forces. It's really, these are things which happen without our knowledge, while we sleep, while we relax, while we enjoy going about in the city. And behind all this, gentlemen and ladies, it's very fine to understand those technologies which evolve. And I'm of a proponent, I'm of the opinion that countries like Israel, who have learned in terms of their small population, in terms of their strategic location with about 100 million hostile neighbors against them, have learned technologies or actually imbibed certain systems which make them a country of great value today. And in this connection, it gives me immense pleasure to say that today, the start of such a thing is just not the end. It's actually a starting sequence of several such things which we believe we can work together. The Indo-Israel Chamber of Commerce is an active body. It's a binational body which promotes trade between both the countries, be it businessmen from India seeking ventures in Israel. Similarly, from Israel, companies seeking footsteps into Hyderabad or into India. There have been several companies which have taken advantage of our conducive political as well as a demographic content in India. Two such large companies, one in the real estate, have invested several $1 million. They have started a project near to APA Junction, the Andhra Pradesh Police Academy. Second largest investment in terms of research and development is another company which has opened up its base 2 years ago in Shamirpet in the Knowledge Park of ICSEI. They are into the plant protection systems, and they are world's third largest company. And they have declared that their base of research would be from Hyderabad. So I'm glad seeing that just not, in terms of small technology transfer between India and Israel, large Israeli companies are also coming and saying, hey, this is a good time to invest in India. Let's utilize the excellent manpower we have in India. We people are fighting people. We people are always not laid back. We are the entrepreneurial mindset. And based on this, we are seeing more and more things happen between India and Israel. Homeland security is a task, again, I wish to focus more on technologies related to being alert. Citizens, for example, the police, a couple of years back, 10 years or maybe 15 years back, we didn't know that suitcases lying unused and unopened or something like this at railway stations or at public places were a cause of alarm. Nobody bothered. But we were inculcated the view by the police, by people who are in power, saying that those are dangerous items. Those have to be immediately told to the authorities and so forth and so on. Such education helps us prepare better in terms of preparedness as civilians with the police force that we currently have. So as a sequel, we also have now coming up in the next month, that is in the month of November, between the dates 9th through the 12th, we have a great Homeland Security Conference in Tel Aviv, Israel, which is going to be attended by more than 800 companies worldwide. And more importantly, at that juncture, at that exhibition, at that conclave, there will be Israeli technologies which will be exposed to the public. where people can go, start talking to them, perhaps start looking at strategic alliances, building up product bases or joint ventures, etc. That's a good forum. That's between the 9th and the 12th of November. The Embassy of Israel in Delhi, the Consulate of Israel in Bangalore, headed by Mr. Avi Friedman, will be always glad to interact with you and see if anybody could want to participate in such a program. They'll be willing to take you forward. Without